Alright. Let me go ahead and post this. Alright. I have 5 or 6 fights planned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah, 6 fights planned. Hi, Bailey. That was too mean. Hi, Bailey. Thanks for being first in this awesome chat room. I got a little chocolate egg left over from Easter. I mean, I'm not religious, but family has little kids, so we do a little Easter egg hunt, you know? I'm at the age where I don't get to hunt them anymore, I'm the hider. Okay. So yeah, 6 fights. They know where so through. So I didn't really, like, after beating Archie, I got a level cap increase up to now 91. But there is a gym. There's basically, like, it's like 10 fights and then a gym, and in gyms you can't pre-damage. But Juan's gym is weird. It's like you can pre-damage in half of the gym, but on the other half you can't. So, like, keeping stuff under-leveled can still be valuable, especially a handful of guys. Like, Togue specifically. There are gym doubles where you can't pre-damage. So keeping guys under-leveled is always good. I'm gonna level most of my guys that I use, but they're like the big ones. Like, I'm gonna level Urshifu. I'm gonna level Udra and Dragapult. All that. Emerald bad game. Juan is kind of a weird gym leader in this game. Like, I guess he's ice, but he's just, like, people say that he's one of the easier gyms in general. Especially, like, I think everyone agrees that Tate and Liza's gym is the hardest. It's all double battles, and then the end is a 6v8. A 6v8 2-fight back-to-back with Tate and Liza as single battles. Excadrill being Diet Urshifu. No. How? No. I'm gonna go with no. I can actually lead Portera on this fight. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Oh, Mega Exca? I have not seen most of the Mega abilities. I really have not. Right, this fight is in Sun. So yeah, now Erratic Weather. So fights kind of go back and forth between being Sun or Rain. There's one in Electric Terrain. There's double battles. There's like 10 of these, and then you basically get a couple encounters, and then you unlock the Roamers. I have like 8 routes saved for Roamer. So if I can get, like, I only have 6 of these planned, but maybe I can figure out Zapater. That's the one that I'm stuck on. But when you beat Herman, you theoretically could go get a legendary Pokemon. So I don't think I'll do that today, because that's pretty far away. And this fight is literally one of the hardest in the entire game. So The roamers are all the genies in their like their flying form. So Lando, Thunderous, Tornadus, Enamorous. Enamorous is by far the best one. There's Latios and Latios, and then there is Cresselia. Cresselia is seen as like the one you always run from. Cresselia is generally seen as just bad. Basically, you get two Master Balls, so you'll have two. You'll theoretically be able to get two roamers. The first one, you kind of have like you set aside like 7-ish routes in the game that are all just like these swim routes that are really bad most of the time. Um, I have a Master Ball right now, so I try to get one roamer that I really really want, and then you get another Master Ball. I think towards the end of Victory Road, and then you have like 2 or 3 roamer routes left over, and then you get your final one. And by that point, you can kind of like already have your E4 team in mind and know what gap you want to fill with the roamer, so you can hard fish for one that you want, or just like take one, because obviously by the final route, like you just kind of take it. But generally, as like a tier list of them all, it's like Enamorous is number 1, then probably Latios. But some teams don't need Latios if they have a really good Dragapult or a really good Hydreigon. And then it's like Thunderous and Landorus and Tornadus. And then it's like Latios. And then at the very bottom is like Cresselia. Not many people have won with Cresselia either in the box or used at all, which is kind of dumb to say because the most popular Nuzlocke won with Cresselia on their team. So then that kind of makes everyone think like, oh, maybe Cresselia isn't that bad, but no, it still kind of is. Hello, Jax. Slowbro, Garchomp, Deidra. You kinda look like Thunderous. You've said that about like 4 different Pokemon. You gotta pick one. That one's real. Oh, okay. I see. Alright, what I'm gonna generally do as just a rule of thumb, because I've already made a bunch of changes in my calc, I don't want to mess up with them. All these guys go to 91 except Slowbro. It's actually very important that Slowbro only goes to 90. At least for this first fight. I'm going to export, which is going to wipe all my calc stuff I have. But just to get myself back on the same page with the game state. With like moves that people have and the level they're at. It does mean I need to change fucking Goodra's ability back, but that's really it. It's so silly that Goodra, it exports with Overcoat every time. So I need Ortera, Scuda. I gotta turn Oko colors off so I can see these Pokemon. I have gotten a little more comfortable using the colors. But when I'm just looking for Pokemon in the box, it can still be kind of tough. Alright, Slowbro is level 90. Goodra gets cold. Bro's got the big shell tail. Can he get cold? Oh yeah, use some fun scanners in this fight. What scanners do I have? Specs and Scarf. I do need a Scarf, Garchomp. Trade for the Assault Vest. Give Barrascuda Assault Vest. Rotera Muscle Band. Slowbro gets an Aguav Berry. Let me make sure on the nature that that's correct. It's minus speed. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Udra gets a Rost Berry. This fight was a little tricky for me, honestly. Especially because the Greninja's annoying and you have to like route around Protean Bug. But it just meant pre-damaging. I had to like quadruple check that this pre-damage would work, just like looking up messages and finding fights that people did. The original pre-damage I had was actually wrong, and I needed to be even lower than that. Because it doesn't, like... I had it, like, HP Fire 30 base power, but Sun boosted. It doesn't apply the Sun boost for its calc. It's really weird. Pre-damage. I have to pre-tox and then I'll have to heal that. 174. $222. Udra goes to 240. That. 222, 174, 240. I'll need to heal Chomp what's in there. It should just be... Yeah, there's that guy there, but he can't see you from this spot. And then Route 129 becomes a Sun route. Right there is the guy. Alright. I need to heal that. I literally need every HP on Garchomp. Alright. 174. Muscle Band. Assault Vest. Very cool set. Citrus with pre-damage. Aguav. What's your flex move? Ice Punch is fine, yeah. Pretox and Choice Scarf. And Udra with a Rost Berry. Yeah, alright, this was kind of a difficult fight. Mainly because my Garchomp is pretty slow. It has a tough time, but it's still able to do it, getting 2 kills here. The opener is really simple. We're just going to Wood Hammer the Stunfisk. With Muscle Band, this always kills. No hazards. The recoil is going to drop us to like 30%. Static doesn't matter. This should bait in Greninja. And if my understanding of the bug is correct, and it kinda has to be, you remove the Sun Boost and lower the base power, or half the base power. This should always be HP Fire. HP Fire actually does a lot more damage than this, but right now the AI thinks it only does that much because of Protean Bug. So it won't spikes. It'll HP Fire. Even though it has, like, Gunk Shot, like, all these moves do enough to kill me, but right now it thinks only HP Fire does. Perfect. Okay. Good. So, in order to break the Sash, I had to go Barraskewda, and I have to Flip Turn. It is a Fire type, which helps, but I don't think was super necessary. Now the Protean Bug is gone. The moment it changes a type outside of, like, the moment it becomes not Water type, Protean Bug is gone. So it now sees guaranteed Gunk Shot. The reason why I'm Assault Vest is so that way, even if I got crit by that HP Fire, it can never see Dark Pulse KO. It always sees Gunk Shot killing, so it has to go for it. We are faster, and just Flip Turn. This could kill, but that's fine. Dragapult is pre-damaged already. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't have Sun ticked. Never mind. That won't ever kill. Oops. It's fine. This should be Gunk Shot. Perfect. Poison is fine. All of this is fine. It's a little annoying, but it's fine. Activate our Citrus. And now we just Draco Meteor and kill. This will bait in Cloyster for slow KO. This kinda could just be any move. Actually, can it? It is only Icicle Spear. That's nice, but not super important. It is slightly lower damage on Slowbro than if it could Rock Blast here. Slowbro is gonna kinda fraud this guy, but like it's functional fraud. Future Sight Okos it, but we just gotta get a Future Sight off. I have an Ogwav, and it can never like hit me after the Ogwav, or like outside the Ogwav range. It can never skip it. So we're just gonna heal up. I'm gonna slack off once and then Future Sight, and then just sit here and keep spamming slack off. Rock Blast is now highest damage. It cannot Shell Smash because Future Sight shows KO. Close to full, perfectly fine. A am gonna speed this up because it'll take like 3 more turns of this. Because now after Future Sight, I just sit here and heal. That's kind of it. We just want to end pretty high HP. Ending at full is the chance that I could end at full is the reason why I had to be level 90 here. Because if I'm 91 and I end at full HP, Jolteon doesn't see KO with T-Bolt. It does like 99%, and then something else comes in. But I want Jolteon here. So because I'm level 90, it always just sees top roll doing like 101%. It's always going to go for Thunder. So we go Garchomp. Garchomp is putting in crazy overtime here. It is Choice Scarf. It is still slower than this Jolteon, but that is completely fine. Eat a Weather Ball. Okay. Not gonna click Outrage there. And this should bait in Archeops. Actually, it does. It always baits Archeops. Because I currently show fast Oko to both Pokemon left with Choice Scarf, so it just goes down the line. This is gonna Meteor Beam, which is gonna hurt. It's gonna make Special Archeops actually do pretty solid damage, even against my Goodra. But Goodra's still the GOAT. I'm gonna take a +1 Meteor Beam and then a +1 Heat Wave. We have a Rost Berry in case this Heat Wave burns. And we get low enough to guarantee an attack from Arcanine. That way it cannot roar. We never get low enough for Solar Beam, which is the one move we don't want. It can always be Flamethrower or Scorching Sands. This is why Garchomp is pre-toxic. And it can't be pre-frozen because I already used it against Jolteon. Garchomp eats this move just fine, takes 6% Toxic, and then outspeed an Oko's with Choice Scarf Earthquake. Even if Chomp gets double crit in this fight, it ends it at like 9 HP or something. It's tight, but it works. Right. The only real variance there is Slowbro against Cloyster, but it went completely fine. I'm just happy I got the Protean Bug stuff correct. That's what made this fight take so long. And then get me out of there. Kills. So Port got one. Bolt got one. Slowbro got one, I just checked that, and then Chomp gets 2 and Goodra gets 1. Chomp is about to pass Mamoswine. Which, it's actually kind of odd to me that it hadn't done that sooner. Alright, next fight is a double battle in Sun. It's pretty abusable. It's extremely easy. All I need are 3 Pokemon. I do need to swap one of my scanner items, though. Who's good backup here in case I did mess something up? Golly can be good to have there. And Corv is just always nice to have, especially with the backline that's there. Actually, Toge's theoretically better to bring us back up, but I'd rather just not even risk that guy. This fight should be chill, though. I don't even need any pre-damage. We kind of just send guys at the fight, and they kill. Choice Scarf to Shifu. I do need to level up. You? Right? Yeah. Give everyone else a citrus. I do think, yeah, left guy bug kind of matters on this fight, so I'll save in front of it. I don't know if it's one that's, like, common to get left guide. But... This was definitely a nice change of pace for some of the doubles that I had been doing on the way to Sootopolis. I kind of just send my big, fast, strong guys at them, and they kill. Oh, stuff in here. Alright. I actually need to check. Choice Scarf, Hydrolite, Choice Specs. I want to see, I believe the guy talk to me first. If he doesn't, then I click Control R. I guess we'll see. I want Colossal in slot 1. Maybe the thing is wrong. That is Bruxish in slot 1. Okay. I'm just gonna swap my guys then. I'm not abusing Spread Bug here. That's crazy. I've gotten Spread Bug on like... Or, not Spread Bug. Left Guy Bug on like all the last 3 double battles I've done. Beedrill in slot 1 fixes this. That's so weird. Yeah, this is fine. So, we are going to Mega and Leech Life Colossal. Just doing a little bit to it. Right now, we actually don't care what Colossal sees because we're going to kill it. But right now, for Bruxish, normally it's AI, like the whole gimmick of this fight is that it Aqua Jets Colossal, activating its Steam Engine and its Weakness Policy, and then making it faster, and in Sun it clicks like Burnout. And then it loses its Fire typing, it's very hard to kill. But when Urshifu shows... When a Dark type shows an Oko to Bruxish, it doesn't... Like, the only attacking moves it has is Psychic Fangs and Aqua Jet. The highest damage score goes to Aqua Jet because it's the highest damage. The other move does no damage. So it goes +6 to +8, and then it gets an additional +11 to click a priority move into a Pokemon that is fast Okoing it. And I'm faster because I have Choice Scarf right now. So it's actually not gonna AJ into Colossal, it's gonna Aqua Jet into Urshifu. Which means I am free to just do this. Colossal's not gonna get Dynamic Speed. I'm not fearful of Beedrill getting, like, smoked by a burn-up. And Bruxish is just gonna waste the turn Aqua Jetting me. Perfect. It looks scary, but it's just the way the map works. It's only it's +17 to Aqua Jet me, and it's +12 to Aqua Jet Colossal, so... Now both my Pokemon show fast KOs on a Bruxish, so it can actually Aqua Jet either of them. We get Heliolisk in. We are basically going to sit here and stall a turn on Bruxish. I don't want to kill it yet, because it's kind of just doing nothing. And I want to kill the right side. Normally it's the left side. But I want to kill the right side before killing Bruxish. So I'm just going to Brick Break it and then keep clicking Close Combat. I outspeed and Oko this. And now it'll be Lapras in. Now I can go ahead and kill Bruxish by U-turning, and I finish Lapras with a Close Combat. Again, Aqua Jet into B, completely fine. And we U-turn to Dragapult. And this Close Combat kills Lapras. Now it's a 2v1. There's only 2 Pokemon in the back. This will bring out Nidoking, because it has a Focus Sash. So it does not die to Dragapult. But it's a 2v1, so we just Draco and close combat again, and this kills. Close combat does like 30, and this Draco can straight up kill. So. Then final guy is Toucanon, who is slower than both my Pokemon. I get to use my last close combat. -2 Draco does some amount, it doesn't matter, and then close combat does like 80. I guess Dragapult could have stolen that kill with a crit, but this is going to be Urshifu kills 5 in this double battle. Nice. I don't know why I got left guide there again, but nice regardless. Just gonna edit this to be 18. Give Beedrill 1. That jumped a lot of Pokemon for Urshifu. Jumped Pidgeot, Corviknight, Blaziken, Musharna, all in one fight. But that could potentially be the last Sun fight today. The rest are all rain fights. So, get me out of here. I need a choice scarf and a choice band. Yeah. I'm gonna speed this up. I have a bit more prep to do on this one. Make sure I heal. My Urshifu's completely out of PP. You're going Donphan lead. I get to use... I had a ton of fun calcing at least this part of Erratic Weather so far. I had to use some really fun teams. There's 2 fights from now that is just a crazy looking team. Kelder's Slowbro. I think at this point I go ahead and just level up Slowbro to 91. I only needed it level 90 for just that fight. I'm gonna bring Donphan up to 88. Because that's all it needs to be at. Everyone else comes up to cap. I'll go ahead and export that again. Okay, so I need Donphan, Torterra, Udra, D-Knight. Honk and Bro. This is one thing I actually don't know. I have to go... I was gonna teach this dive, but it's not as good. Okay, it's somewhere in Slateport. I have to go teach Secret Power to my Slowbro. It could have been a couple other moves, but this one costs no money. Your hidden power. Torterra gets Scarf. Donphan, I think this is my first time using the Expert Belt. Pretty cool. I think it could have been Soft Sand, but... I need a choice band. Need to burn Conkelder. And I need to freeze my Torterra. And that's all the pre-damage. Expert Belt, Choice Scarf, Citrus, Choice Band. Very awesome Slowbro moveset. Whoa, I shouldn't be going that fast. There you are. Okay. Let me double check this Expert Belt thing. It sounds right to me, but just making sure. Yeah, okay, that's enough. I had to do a fun opener here. Honestly, this whole fight is kind of cool. It gets a little vibey at the end, but once I get the Future Sight off, it's fine. I basically just need to get a Future Sight off and then, like, stall 2 turns. Alright, Stealth Rock's Caparaja lead. It is just barely slower than my minus 12 speed Donphan. And at this level, Earthquake won't KO. This thing has Focus Sash. So it's always going to get a turn. Big crit. Should go for rocks here. Perfect. It's not guaranteed, but it doesn't matter if it power whips me. And Rapid Spin KO. Clear the hazards, get the kill. And the nice thing is, because of the order of the team that I'm fighting, Vaporeon is next in line. It is faster even after a Rapid Spin. And no matter what HP I'm at, it sees only Scald KO, because that's its only attacking move. And it always sees it even if I'm at full. I cannot stay in here, even though it's like, oh, I could get a free turn, because I can just get Scald burned and then die. So, and I did need a damage boost. There's like, I could have just leveled more and then had a Rostberry if I wanted to stay in, but there's no reason to stay in here, so. Just gonna go Torterra. Eat a Scald, get thawed by it. And then after Scald and after Woodhammer Recoil, we never die. We are Choice Scarf, 2 outspeed. This always KOs. After all that, we will bait in Comfey. It's really close, but we never die there. This is either Draining Kiss or Dazzling Gleam. Just raw random move, it can never Calm Mind. Draining Kiss would be better, but it does not matter. Nice, little less damage. Now it will just Dazzling Gleam or Leech Seed. Leech Seed would be a little better. Cool. Having HP on this is maybe nice for the Poliwrath. I still have my Citrus as well. This always baits in Phalanx. For always close combat. For D-Knight, we are just gonna take 2 attacks here, but that's fine. It was more value for my scanner items to be elsewhere than to outspeed this with a Choice Scarf. This dual Wing Beat always KOs now after the CC drop. I would like to see just CC again, because it can Poison Jab. Cool. I just don't want to get poisoned. I do not get my Citrus there. It's close. And that awesome, like 52% yellow bar. Shoutouts Gen 3. It killed with 1 hit? Whoa. Damn. Wait, that was a max roll then. That was a 1 in 16 max roll for that to kill in 1 hit. That's sick. At this HP, this is always Icicle Crash, which is theoretically bad, actually. It would be nicer if I was lower, but I have a Citrus, so I'm never going to get, like, too low on Phalanx. It's completely fine. We go Conk. Conk is putting in God's work. It's going to eat an Icicle Crash for a lot. But with the Life Orb tick, Guts, Choice Band, Mach Punch kills this. Only with the Life Orb tick. It does 96%. So I didn't need to get hit by something. And now it's just Poliwrath last. What HP am I at? 115. So this always sees Liquidation KO and never Drain Punch. There is a world where I go Goodra. So how much does Goodra take? 67. If I drop, it's 39, so 161. If I drop to 161, it can still belly drum, which is bad. We don't want to let this belly drum, so there's no point to me going Goodra. I think I just go Slowbro. The one, like, weird thing about this is the defense drops from liquidation. But it generally should be alright. It would have just been nice, like, if Goodra got hit a little bit more, then I could have saved it from a potential defense drop here. Like that. So, I'm never dead to crit here. I probably get hit... Well, I get hit to my Citrus. I need to heal up, and then get my Future Sight off. Okay. It's a lot of damage. I just barely lived this. This was kind of an undercooked plan, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, no crit there is nice. Yeah, like if I got one more drop, then this becomes really iffy. This was not a great plan. But now it's safe. Oh, I needed to attack that turn. This Future Sight doesn't always KO. I need to follow Secret Power. I threw. If this doesn't KO, it activates Citrus, and then I need to Future Sight again. Or go Conkeldurr and Mach Punch. This is a range to kill. Wow. That is what I deserve. So... now it can obviously never Belly Trum. I could... what is Conk's HP? Way too low. Yeah, way too low. Could I get to D-Knight? Oh, D-Knight E-Speed doesn't always kill here. Because it does 24, and Citrus heals 25. Can I can Secret Power once, and then D-Knight E-Speed will kill. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna go... D-Knight just lives this attack. It's nothing weird. It gets crit for 117, and then its E-Speed will kill. Yeah. I still have my Citrus, too. Okay, not a great plan on that Polygraph, and I also misplayed it. It's fine, though. Got through. Unfan, Torterra. Basically everyone got one. Udra, and then D-Knight got 2. Cool. So this next fight is in rain and electric terrain. I have a flyer? I have D-Knight, yeah. I need 2 choice scarves. And grab my new team, it has a flyer. Oh, I do still need Donphan. I'm sorry for ever letting you go. Donphan Galvantula fight, pretty fun, but they're surrounded by goats. Still pretty cool though. I need to just level up the Lysopod here. Donphan can stay 88, or Galvantula can stay 89. Those aren't like the biggest delays in the world, but it doesn't hurt to do them. Want another choice scarf. Udra gets the zoom lens. Barraskewda's item didn't really matter. I don't believe, at least. Yeah, so Skewda is just there to Oko Armaldo. And then break Sturdy on Magnezone. It really doesn't need an item. I guess it can have a citrus. But it's kind of just a waste of a citrus. It doesn't impact anything for it to have it. Yeah, you don't really need an item. And then Donphan gets the other choice scarf. And then I just have to do my pre-damage. So there's Dragapult to 220. And Golisopod to 161. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember what 220 is for. Yeah. Because I can't let it be Armaldo. Right, okay, I was worried I messed this up, but yeah, I'm not speed boosted. So I'm letting Jinx see slow KO. And then the next turn I'm letting Seismitoad see fast KO. So I don't have to worry about Magnezone seeing slow KO as well. For a second I thought I messed it up. Yeah, no, this is fine. Okay. I would have needed to, like, completely recook. Life Orb, Citrus, Zoom Lens, doesn't matter. Scarf and Scarf. Cool. No. This is like a pretty common chain to do on this fight, or like a pretty common route to do when you have Dragapult, and just about any Dragapult does it, which is really nice. It's you. So that just opens up the rest of the fight. Lets you plan 5 Pokemon for 4. 161 is because I'm taking 45 twice. Yeah. Alright. No move changes. No. I already leveled up Golly. Right. Big D-Knight versus Dragonite. Or versus Dragapult. We are Life Orb, which doesn't really matter for this Pokemon, which we're going to Draco. Life Orb Darts does not kill, so I have to Draco this guy, but it's fine. -2. Now, after the Life Orb tick, we should bait in Jinx for slow KO. Perfect. Jinx sees it's not dead because of its Focus Sash, not realizing that we have multi-hit move, Dragon Darts. We get a quick chain on the Jinx, and now this extra Life Orb tick is going to put me at 168, which is max roll for Seismitoad to see fast kill with Swift Swim. This is always clicking Earth Power. Gonna do a quick Golly exit. Perfect. My range is like 128 at this new level. Wait, am I double exiting here? Did I fuck this up? Is that the wrong HP? Oh no, I take 50 from Scald. Thank God. There's another fight, I think later, where I take the same hit twice. Or the same damage twice. I thought that was the same here. It's not. Wait, no, but this is level 89. Oh, the damage values were wrong that I was seeing then. Oh, I take 49. I take 49, not 45. Okay, I'm safe. Yeah. I'll drop to 126 off Mineral, which is exit. I thought I messed it up. So we get Gudra in for free. Gudra's gonna take another Earth Power here. But that is completely fine. We can't get crit. So we just Zoom Lens, Power Whip. Spadef Drop also does not matter here. Even if I got Spadef dropped, I outspeed Magnezone, and I underspeed Armaldo. So it's always going to be Armaldo for fast KO. This was the important part of the line, and actually, like, kind of the hard part in routing it was the Armaldo. And getting Barraskewda in on it. This is always going to go for Earthquake, and Barraskewda can just straight up take it. It just barely lives crit, and then fast KOs with Liquidation. Now, there's only slower Pokemon left, so it's first one to see a kill, which is basically everyone, but mainly Magnezone. The Magnezone is sturdy, and I needed Barraskewda to kill Armaldo and then get Magnezone next. So I can flip turn to break the Sash, or break the Sturdy. If it has a Custap, even if I crit here, I never get it into Custap range. Going to flip turn to Choice Scarf Donphan, who can take any of these attacks. That's the best one, but ultimately doesn't matter. I can take Flash Cannon crit and HP Grass crit and survive it because I'm sturdy as well. Now we're just going to fast EQ. And same thing as the Vaporeon earlier. This just works really well because the Tentacruel only has one move, and it, no matter what HP I'm at, always sees that it KOs. Again, same thing, I cannot stay in here because I'll die to the burn. But this means Tentacle cannot Toxic, it cannot Sub, and it cannot Protect. It will always Scald, gives me a free attack for Golisopod. Lets me get Galvantula in safely, who outspeeds with a Choice Scarf and one-taps with Thunder. Nice. This Tentacle can be really cringe if you don't have the resources to fast KO it like this. So once you get Toxic, it'll start subbing and protecting, and it heals with Rain Dish and Leftovers, so it just keeps getting its subs back. It's a very annoying set. Hello, Sandy. You're just in time for probably one more fight, because that's all I have planned, and the one after... Oh no, I have two more. I have two more fights. I take that back. So that was Bolt getting 2. And then Gudra getting Seismitoad. Then Skiuda. Then Donphan and Galv. Yeah, we got some weather fights. Erratic Weather, Next one is a raw rain fight. This one, I'm so happy with the team that I get to use. It's such a cool team. I only need one... Yeah, I only need one scanner. Okay. I think it's still, like, messed up, so I'll be careful with it. The team I'm building does not have a flyer. I think I need to put one of the scarves on before I trade. This is like my favorite fight of the 6 or so that I'm doing today. I really, really love this one. Oh, oops. I need to... I have Gudra? Yeah. I need to make a pit stop. So, the one sacrifice with this route on this fight is I just used it, but I have to get rid of Power Whip off of Gudra. Which opens up a flex slot, and its flex slot is incredible. But I have enjoyed... I have enjoyed having Power Whip. I just need all the other moves. Heavy Slam is its best move. Dragon Pulse is still nice. Outrage is great for, like, showing ranges and baiting and stuff. Power Whip is just pretty niche, and I have other guys with Power Whip as well, so. Bye. Game opens with Gudra, and then replacing the bad ghost type with the good ghost type. Oh, actually, I need you. You know a fight is dumb when I pull out the mushroom. And making its first appearance is going to be Absol. Who, like, it's not a bad mon, and mine is really good. It's just a little silly, hard to use, but effective where it is used, so. I can leave Delmise and level up Absol all the way. I think I have to. And then I can leave these last two. Need to actually give you your Mega Stone. Gudra gets Magnet. Delmise is itemless. Lysopod Citrus. You have the choice specs. Yep. And you get Alepha. Alright, and now I get to do a ton of pre-damages. There are so many in this fight. I have to put Udra to 105. I have to put Absol to 167. I have to put Golisopod to 153. And I have to put Galvantula to 137. Cool. I'll go ahead and export. This team just looks so dumb. It looks so stupid. No Chicago. Bro can take a backseat for a minute. It's actually quite bad in this fight. Chicago is up to... It's top 3 in kills. It's up to 72 kills now. It's gaining on Torterra for number 2. It might be like running out of room, though, to get number 1. Though I don't know how long Victory Road Split is. Your Magnet T-Punch. That's what I was going to export. No more Power Whip. You now have a Thunder Punch. No, and your ability is Shell Armor, not Overcoat. Oh my god. There we go. Double check this Gudra 3 damage. Yeah. Okay, cool. Pull up the map so I know where I'm looking. Swimmer Rodney. Okay, this is the fight right before a guy that swims around. Fought you two. So now we're at 130. Somewhere around here? There he is. Hey. So, this Mantine is a known demon. Really, really hard to beat. Gudra kind of just destroys him. I always bait Hydro Pump. Whether it hits or not, I actually don't care. And with Magnet Thunder Punch, I just KO. Water Gem, Rain Boosted Hydro Pump is gonna do 30%. Nice. So now it is going to be Gourgeist triple random move. Yeah, triple random move. The way we're going to deal with this is by going to Itemless Delmise. so I can narrow down what move it goes for. It cannot blow up here. Perfect. No damage. Now, again, it can't blow up. Its highest damage is Shadow Sneak, so that's what it's going to go for. So I can easily get Absol in. What? What? What the fuck? Why did it Power Whip? Highest damage was Shadow Sneak. Why did it Power Whip? By like a long shot. Like it's nowhere close, and I was at full HP. Poltergeist bug? Oh no. Oh, was it like it sees highest damage as Poltergeist, but it can't go for it, so then it's random? Oh, fuck. I don't know how I do this now. Okay. Can Delmise kill this? Kinda. Can Delmise kill this and bait Driftblim? Yes. No? Yes. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. What was Absol baiting? It was baiting Weather Ball. Not Shadow Ball. I might not get the double exit I need. I need to crit dodge. Can something else kill Gorgeist? You can't. It has to be Delmise. Okay. I go Delmise. Does Phantom Force plus Giga Drain kill? 40. It does. Okay. I Phantom Force. I Giga Drain. I guess it's just fucking random move. Oh, that sucks so much. The plan was just come in on Shadow Sneak, and then it won't Shadow Sneak again because it sees it's faster and does Power Whip, and then I Mega and Oko it with Knockoff. Now I have to Phantom Force. I really want to see Power Whip here. Of course. I'm dead to crit. Shadow Sneak. If it goes for it. don't crit me. Do I ever switch here? If I have Galvantula in, I'll bait in Drift Blim. Galvantula can't take these attacks though, and then it baits random after. I have to Giga Drain. You would. Okay. It should always be Shadow Ball, Drift Blim. Yeah. This is always Shadow Ball. I don't know if that's even good though. Can't T-Wave. What HP are you at? 153. If I take this, I go down to... '81. I heal back up to 145. I have to dodge crit here. It's like dodge crit, otherwise Delmise dies. Yeah, I think this is recoverable. Okay, should be good. As long as I heal back up. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Galvantula comes in and will always bait Weather Ball. It's pre-damage for that. It is faster. It needs to break the sash, so it has to Choice Specs Volt Switch. Yeah, the fight is won now. As long as I just dodged that crit. And now Golisopod exits right back to Galvantula. Ah, that sucks. This was such a cool line, too. I was so happy with it. Because now Galvantula just chains 3. With Choice Specs, it shows fast KO to everyone in the back. Even at this under level. So it's just going to get, in order, it's going to Oko Masquerain and Oko Blastoise. It could also Oko Pyukumuku, but I died to the innards out. So I just go Amoonguss and Toxic Stall. So it still calcs Poltergeist damage? It's so weird. Why does it still calc Poltergeist damage, though? That would be like if Knockoff always calced with item full. And like it doesn't do that. Like, that would be if Knockoff always calced boosted. Don't care about Double Team. Moongus finally useful. It's actually been a little more useful every once in a while lately. This is a pretty gimmick fight. So. Zoom Lens? Or what? Oh, I didn't think about that. No, yeah. I went Leppa. And then I could miss 10 toxics in a row. Oh well. It's gonna speed this up while it dies. Finally soaked. It took a long time for it to soak. It really loved double team. You recovered? What? Oh, is it just out of PP on other useful stuff? Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, because Toxic is, like, capped out, right? Maybe not. No, it should kill this turn. Yeah. Whatever, man. That sucks. And, like, it could have just been random move Shadow Sneak, and I would have never known. Or random move maybe Poltergeist, and then I would have seen the bug and been scared. But it probably just rolled the 1 and 3, or the 1 and 2, probably, to click Power Whip. So, like, unlucky, but I didn't know that bug. Yeah, I can't be Poltergeist, but it's just like a raw 50-50 between the other stuff, I guess, because they're both +0, I would assume. Like they're both not calced as highest damage. Like what would it be? Like Poltergeist gets like the +6 from highest damage, but then it gets -20 useless because no item. So it's like -14. Boom is -20. So then it just makes the other stuff. Yeah. Makes the other stuff +0 and picks random between them. So effectively lost a coin flip for Absol at the end there, but whatever. Another guy with no kills. That one's my fault, though. Oh, it's been a long time since a mistake death. Those don't feel good. Gudra got one, and then Delmise ended up getting one. Galv got 3. And the rare Amoongus kill. Amoongus tied with Basculation, by the way, in kills. Both just absolute bums. I don't have a flyer. I should heal up, just in case. I mean, I know how to get back, but... just that guy. It's like the only real threat. I Groudon. Oh well. I mean, I didn't have him planned for anything else, and this guy's like probably pretty niche, but still sucks. Still like can do some cool stuff. Having Dark Shifu definitely makes this not hurt as much. Because it would be like, if I didn't have Dark Shifu, this would be like my one real fast Dark type. Alright, next fight. Not much I can really do about it. Oh, there they are. Drill. I need to level up Magnezone. What is your XP? Is that fine? Yeah, that's okay. It's only gonna get Toxicroak. It's not gonna level up and mess with any raiding or baiting. Pidgeot to just be fully immune. Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of wonder if I could have just used Pidgeot. Just to hard beat it. I probably could have. I overthought that. But I could bait Power Whip on entry. So, Goodra kills Mantine and baits triple random move Gourgeist. Delmise eats all of them and then theoretically guarantees Shadow Sneak. And then Mega Absol comes in on Shadow Sneak and Oko's with Knockoff. And it's only one Shadow Sneak that it eats, because it starts slower than Megas to be faster. Yep, I just died to Power Whip. I had to be pre-damaged, so that way after one Shadow Sneak, I guaranteed a Weather Ball Drifblim, which was like 73%, and Power Whip always does 78. So, yeah. I guess it was like 45% to lose Absol there, because coin flip and then accuracy. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know if the Pidgeot thing would have worked. Like it would have beaten that Mon. It would have beaten Gourgeist, but then the bait after is kind of weird. Maybe it works though. Oh yeah, it would have worked. Because I could have just pre-damaged Pidgeot. Oh man, I already see a way that I could have just done the line differently and it would have worked and it would have been a 5-mon. That sucks. Fuck. I could have just had pre-damaged Pidgeot for Weather Ball. It always lives, because it's triple random move on Goodra. If it's, well, yeah, if it's Poltergeist or Shadow Sneak, it's immune, and if it's Power Whip, it lives the crit. And then the only move that it can bait from Drifblim is still Weather Ball. So you bait it in with slow KO. And then go Golly on Weather Ball, and yeah. Fuck. That sucks. There's literally just a 5-mon line here. Yeah, it could have been much worse. Right, that could have been fucking Dark Shifu, and then I just insta-reset. That could have been like Scarf Shifu. Straight up. Or I guess not Scarf. Well, no, yeah. Go Delmise, and then... I mean, it probably lives the Power Whip. Not exactly. That guy tanks, but he does not tank a crit. If I'm trying to be pre-damaged for Drifblim afterwards. I have Dragapult. I need to go swap one of my scanners. I only got one more fight. And if I fuck this one up, I wipe, but this one's not really steerable, so... Get Dreadnought in at the wrong time on this fight, you just lose like 3 Pokemon. Well, probably lose 2. One to Dread, and one to... Actually, no, yeah, if you bait Liquidation, you probably just wipe. Or you lose 2 Pokemon and one is Torterra. Yeah. You have to get very lucky to not lose Torterra. Okay. Oh, thanks. Torterra gets Choice Scarf here. And then Expert Belt Garchomp. All I need to do pre-damage wise is the first 2, so Dragapult to 192, 237. Very tiny pre-damage on Magnezone here. Citrus, Beedrill, Scarf Torterra, Alt. Scarf is... Wait, does the Scarf work? No, yeah, it does. Yeah. It does what I need it to do. A lot of Donphan today. Yeah, it's with Earthquake. Okay. Chillin'. Now I gotta pass that spinner. Let's see where he's at. Walks in circles. I think he walks in clockwise circles. No one here. It's like a vast expanse where it seems like there should be guys, but there aren't. Alright. So I think it's like right up here. There he is. Okay, he goes really wide there. You can just follow him. Yeah. Don't like that, but works. 192, 237. No moveset changes? No. Scarf. Citrus. Bull. Delight. Scarf. Expert Belt. Hi, Katie. Alright, shoutouts the special attack scale, letting this Oko. This HP always gets Durant with max roll or Iron Head. Go to Magnezone. Magnezone eats Iron Head. I had to be pre-damaged in case of, because this guy's Hustle, both his attacks could miss. I didn't update in the calc that my Magnezone was 91, and I got really scared that this Thunderbolt doesn't kill, but at 91 it does. Always eat a Leech Life. I'm probably going to get my Citrus here. Yep, it's completely fine. And now this is always Toxicroak. Or Cross Chop. Needed the Citrus so that way I get out of Rotom range. Isn't too hard to do. Go Dragapult on Cross Chop. And now this is always Sucker Punch. I'm not in Sucker Punch kill range, but I block Sword Stance, so it has to Sucker. So we go Donphan. Perfect. Donphan always kills with Earthquake, takes a Cross Chop here. It doesn't matter if it takes it or if it gets crit. I have a Citrus in case of crit. Completely fine. Saves me a Citrus, probably, because that's high crit rate. This is now Rotom for Leaf Storm. Come almost went to Dragapult. That would have been bad. Yo, Beedrill. U-turn KO. But we're going to U-turn to Dragapult, so that way we bait in Dreadnought 5th. I kept like trying to find lines where I just delayed Dreadnought to the end, and that was kind of bad. And it's especially hard to bait Goodra, because Goodra doesn't hit that hard and has like... it's just not very strong. So actually baiting it properly is kind of difficult. At 192, I always bait Head Smash, so I can guarantee the move. So now we just hard pivot Torterra. This part is like weird because basically Earthquake only kills once Head Smash hits me. Okay. So there's like a weird world there where I need to Earthquake twice, but because of that recoil, now this Earthquake always kills. You obviously don't really want to Wood Hammer because of all the self-recoil. And we are Choice Scarf, so that way, now that we're EQ locked, we get Goodra last, we outspeed it, and force it to not be able to curse. That was in case I, like, never got hit, basically. Because otherwise it could curse on the switch. Now it has to Breaking Swipe or Aqua Tail. I actually don't care if it Breaking Swipes me. Dang. I wanted to see -1 Outrage kill this. Oh my god. Some healing. Expert Belt, Outrage, Okos. I think Dual Chop also would have killed, but... Cool. Damn, you give no money. Donovan being at full is really silly. Worked out well, though. If I didn't have Torterra, this is still doable. It's just really awkward. Conkeldurr can do it. It's just not great. Conkeldurr has, like, almost a reverse thing where... Or, like, a similar thing to Torterra, where its Choice Band Burned Mach Punch actually doesn't kill until you get the recoil, but it's like... You're safe to just Mach Punch again afterwards because you didn't get hit. So, like, it's always fine. Me out of there. Bolt got one. Zone. Dot fan. We drill Torterra and Garchomp. Garchomp is tied. Mamoswine is one behind Togedemaru. Still doesn't, like, make sense to me that Toge has that many kills, but I've just had it for so long. Alright, that's all the fights I have planned for today. It wasn't... I don't think I'll, I can look at Zappatter a little bit. this. I'll look at this for a bit, but I don't know if I'll figure it out. So this is a sun fight. It's a pretty tough one for me. Theoretically, I have like solid answers into a lot of this stuff, except for one mon, and that's Talonflame. Talonflame kind of rocks my shit. It is pretty rough. So Overquill is also pretty uh limiting for my leads. There's only a couple I can really go with. One of them is right because it's Intimidate as well. One of them is Blaziken. Choice Scarf Blaziken outspeeds, and in Blaze it KOs. Even if I go to level 91, it doesn't KO normally. It gets pretty close. Genuinely, I might need to scale Blaziken's special attack for this fight. Because looking at the rest of it, it was pretty rough. The problem that this causes is I have to be in Blaze, which means I have to be under 33%, right? I always get Talonflame in because it still outspeeds me. I skipped the song because it's vocals. Okay. I get in Talonflame, and it's double random move between Acrobatics and Flare Blitz, and I can't take this. Straight up, I just cannot take this. What I was looking at is going Avalug to eat both, and then baiting Solar Beam, and then on Solar Beam going Choice Scarf Galvantula. Because like my outspeed options on this are really bad. There's Unburden Halucha, but this guy is just so giga shit, it doesn't even come close to KOing with Rock Tomb. And I guess the idea, like, I guess I could Encore Scale and then Encore Solar Beam. I might need to do that as well. That would be a more value scale than Blaziken Special Attack. But Blaziken Special Attack would also just kind of free up a slot. Like, this could be a scale and a sack fight for me. The end looks really rough. Because this is both my scanner items committed. I guess it would be one less if I do Halucha. But if we go down the Galvantula line, it baits in Venusaur next with fast KO Weather Ball. D-Knight kinda just eats this. Like, the thing, I have some good answers. D-Knight just beats Venusaur. I just come in on Weather Ball, I dual Wing Beat, if I don't KO, I E-Speed. It's just that simple. I don't need a damage boost, I can be Citrus for double crit, it could growth on me because it sees with its Focus Sash it's not dead. Like, it's fine. And then afterwards, I always bait Slurpuff. Fast KO. Yeah, I bait Fast KO Dazzling Gleam, so can't Calm Mind, and I just have Goodra for this. Goodra walls it. You can't do Beedrill because I'm baiting the Fairy move. Yeah, I can tank the Fairy move, but then it unburdens and becomes faster and KOs with Flamethrower. So Gudra is just going to take a Dazzling Gleam. It needs to be pre-tox, which kind of sucks. Because once the gem is gone, it's random between Dazzling Gleam and Flamethrower. So I can't be like pre-freeze for Flamethrower. And I need a damage boost for Heavy Slam, so I have to go pre-tox. Then I made an Electivire. And I believe with all the damage I take, so, right, it's like 36% on the first turn in, and then 40% on the Flamethrower hit. I'd go down to 24%. That is quad random move Electivire. So, like, this is kind of where the train tracks stop. I only have one more slot for 2 more Pokemon, and I'm baiting quad random move. It's just not very tenable. Even if it's Avalugg Sack, my options to actually KO Electivire and then follow up with a Slowking KO are not great. And both my scanners are committed. So it needs to be someone that just raw KOs both. Like raw outspeeds and raw KOs both. Which doesn't really exist unless you have like Crocodile or I mean Torterra, no, because it's slower because it's slower even when scarfed. It's just not a very good setup, and even if I sack, like, Beedrill is really close. That's kind of the annoying part, too, is it's actually very close. But by just a couple percent, even with the Life Orb tick, Beedrill does not get the KO. And it's not like I can switch Beedrill in on anything for that extra Life Orb tick. It basically would have to be another sack to get Beedrill in. And, like, it would be perfect if it was Beedrill, right? Because it then KOs Slowking while on the field. So, yeah, it just doesn't really work. There really aren't any other lead options. Garchomp doesn't work because it needs Scarf to outspeed. I need Scarf to outspeed a base 85 speed Pokemon, by the way. And I don't kill, even with Choice Band, because of the Intimidate. I think Blaziken, and I don't believe Draco kills. Yeah, Scarf Draco does not kill. And Hawlucha does nothing. I could maybe set up Could I set up something with Togedemaru where because after first turn, it just needs slow KO, right? So if I go to this percent, it's always Throat Chop. Blaziken can take Throat Chop from full. It's kind of the same issue, though. But like, so could Garchomp, and Garchomp would probably be more useful later, especially if it's Scarfed. Yeah, that's probably better, because it can at least fight Electivire. And I probably just bait an early Slurpuff. Okay, so instead of Blaziken and sacking Avalugg, let's look at Togedemaru or even Greninja. Oh my god, Greninja does no damage to Slowking. I know it's Colbur, but 20% Dark Pulse is crazy. Toge, I guess, could eat, like... Not really, though. I can't really eat Dazzling Gleam. Can't eat much. I eat, like, Ice Punch. Or, like, Ice Beam from Slowking, maybe. I'll see. So, Toad can click Fake Out... Oh my god, is that even... That does 6%. Because I'm intimed. Oh, well, I can just, I'm baiting Throat Chop, so I can Spiky Shield after, so that's fine. Throat Chop should be... Contact, yep. I'm also switching into Garchomp, who has Rough Skin as well, so... It's like double fine. Problem... If Garchomp gets crit by Throat Chop, it goes down to 49% and baits in Talonflame. Okay, this doesn't work. We need to dodge the Talonflame fast KO. And I need Choice Scarf to outspeed. Toad can do like 18% to the guy. Let's remove Explosion from its moveset so I see what can actually switch in on Throat Chop. Scarf Torterra does not outspeed. Scarf Shifu doesn't get enough damage. Aju is not fast enough. And also just does no damage. I guess I could use Golisopod on Throat Chop. Not my favorite option. Can't go Dragapult. Yeah, let's think about Golisopod. So, pivot on Throat Chop to then get full HP Garchomp in, and Scarf fast Oko Overquill with Earthquake. Then we bait in... We're at full HP or whatever HP we want to be. I scare off... Okay, so... I do not scare off Talonflame. Slurpuff does see slow out damage. Talonflame is +1. Slurpuff is +2. Venusaur is +1. Electivire is -1. I would actually get Slowking. Interesting. That might not be bad. Okay. So if I'm full HP, I get Slowking in. On Slowking, I go... I mean, the best option here is probably, like, Pre-Tox Beedrill. If I Leech Life back to full, which I always would, well, the Pre-Tox would put me down to 88%. Talonflame sees slow KO. Venusaur sees fast KO. Okay. With Weather Ball. So I can do like Beedrill, D-Knight. I still have a Golly exit. D-Knight beats this. But then I probably bait in... I don't know if I'm baiting Talonflame or Slurpuff. Because I don't know what HP I'm at. I could get like double Mineraled by Weather Ball. And then... be in Talonflame Acro range. I could pre-damage, so that way... No, that doesn't really work, because then if I get crit by the first Weather Ball and then just growth on the second, it does the same thing. I would basically just have to pre-damage low enough so that way I guarantee Talonflame in, and that's not really worth it. Okay, so let's say I don't stay in. Let's say I U-turn. If I U-turn back to Garchomp, I think it's then Slurpuff. See, like, the problem is, like, just thinking about the team and, like, what I want left. If it's Beedrill for Slowking, and then D-Knight, I just don't have... I don't have a multi-killer. I don't have a guy getting 2. Does Galvantula outspeed? It does. Oh, but it's like Thunder and Sun, right? It's extra inaccurate or something. It wouldn't even come close to killing. But... Right, isn't Thunder like crazy inaccurate in Sun? Yeah, accuracy is 50%. What if I got Dragapult in instead of Chomp? This requires choice specs for the kill. Or actually, it kind of doesn't. Because I do 18%, I just need to do 82. I think, like, Lorb might do it. Yeah, okay, so Life Orb Dragapult, KO's Overquill, at whatever HP it wants, minus 10%. And it goes minus 2 special. Talonflame would actually see slow out damage, so +2. Slurpuff would be +4. Venusaur would be +1. Electivire would also be +4. And Slowking would be -1, so it'd be Slurpuff in. To click D-Gleam. I feel like skipping Talonflame is kind of bad. But it's like I kind of want to kill Overquill with a Pokemon that baits Solar Beam. What about Seismitoad? I actually kind of thought about this. So Scarf Seismitoad... Oh, it doesn't do enough damage. Yeah. It just barely doesn't do enough. Because I get 18% out of Togue. So I need it at 82. And I need to outspeed. It's close. But this would bait Solar Beam from Talonflame, which is much easier to switch in on. That's immediately both. Well, it doesn't even work. What about like a different ground type? Maybe Mamoswine? Mamoswine just baits Flare Blitz. Its baiting is awful. Like, they have to be able to outspeed Overquill. Flygon? It wouldn't bait... Yeah, it wouldn't bait Solar Beam. It would bait Acro. Also, its Earthquake does literally nothing to this guy. This Pokemon is so pitiful. 66% from a stab Earthquake, super effective, and you're not getting hit by Intim. You don't naturally outspeed, so you need Choice Scarf. So sad. Shifu doesn't quite work. And Garchomp doesn't bait Solar Beam. It's like, a lot of people are just pretty close, but they don't quite get it done. One way that it would work is by just doing Blaziken and then always baiting Acro. I could have this be Choice Scarf Togue. No, but then I can't Spiky Shield. But that doesn't matter for Blaziken's sake. Oh, that's just so many choice items committed immediately. But I think Choice Scarf Togue. No, it's not enough. Dang. The Barbs plus Zing Zap is not enough damage. And obviously, if you're Choice Scarf, you can't Fake Out or Spiky Shield or anything. Okay. So Togue can't roll compress onto Talonflame, which is pretty unfortunate. Another guy that could theoretically roll compress that same thing is Greninja by just clicking Flings Rock on turn 1 here. But it would have to be very low HP to actually bait Throat Chop and be kind of useless for the rest of the fight. And it also just does no damage in the rest of the fight. It's not very good. So like Togue is the better option, but it's still just not a great one. You have to start at 2/3 HP. Is this a fight where I wish I still had Drill Run or no? No, not really. Okay, it's the same as Leech Life. It's fine. Oh, even if this is Life Orb, Pult doesn't do a whole lot in the rest of the fight. It doesn't even Oko Slowking. That's like the one thing it would really be able to do is come in on like Psychic, Flamethrower. Yeah, coming in on Psychic would be awesome. Not Ice Beam. Can't really come in on Flamethrower. Coming on Grass Knot. And then be able to Phantom Force KO. But it's bold, it does no damage. feel like there's no... I almost feel like I need to just push off the Slurpuff, but it's so hard to push this guy off. Feels almost impossible to just push him away. Oh my god, Pidgeot doesn't even Oko. Well, it's Sash, but... Oh, it does, just barely. Obviously, that's not what I would use here, but... This fight just ends up being pretty restrictive because Dragonite is, like, my only Venusaur answer. And because of that, the moment Venusaur comes in, I get Slurpuff in. Okay, let's say Bolt kills over Quill. Oh, that's so many Pokemon committed. And gets in Talonflame for Acrobatics. What do I even go? Like, my rock types kind of suck. Ideally, you just beat this with a rock type. But all of mine kinda just die. I could go Togue and then click Fake Out and get, like... I mean, I could click Fake Out Spiky Shield. But I can also get burned on the Fake Out. But I would get, like... 37% if I considered using Gooped Up. No, not yet. I'll think about it, though. Can't really... Yeah, I can't throw Gudra. This doing that much to Gudra is crazy! I'm minus defense, but still, man. I just get straight 2-tapped by Acro Flare Blitz. I need this Pokemon for Slurpuff anyways, so like... I can't even use Garchomp on this. The only way I could is if I got it in for free using a Golisopod exit on Solar Beam, which basically requires Avalugg to make happen. And, like, why would I do that? That's like 5 slots for me to kill 2 Pokemon. It just doesn't work. Because Garchomp would have to take a hit. Like, yeah, I can kill with Rock Tomb, but it's slower with Scarf. Fuck, Do I just need to nature change this Garchomp, man? It's so bad. If I made my guy just adamant, it doesn't outspeed Overquill. You'll need to be plus speed for that. But with adamant, it outspeeds Talonflame with a Choice Scarf. I might need to nature change, but it's like I would rather nature change Dragapult, I think, than Garchomp. It's a higher value nature change. Because right now, this guy being bold is also kind of detrimental. Because if it was Naughty, like Naughty Life Orb, comes in on Overquill, KOs it with Draco Meteor. So you go -2. It doesn't scare off Talonflame. Just barely. Even with Naughty. But you can be at 90%. So you don't bait in Talonflame. It's probably just Slurp Buff in. Then you get the Phantom Force kill on Slowking. I mean, I haven't even gotten a route in this fight where I get to Slowking, so maybe I should think about that first before committing this. Slowking is also kind of walled by Goodra, but not greatly. I can kind of set something up where Beedrill might be able to KO Talonflame, and then I bait in Venusaur. Like with Toge's help, Beedrill can KO Talonflame, but it has to come in on Solar Beam, which means I need Avalugg. And then again, that's like 5 Pokemon to kill 2. And Beedrill isn't, like, Beedrill doesn't even fight Slurpuff. That's the annoying part. I don't know what the fuck fights this Slurpuff, because every Steel type dies, and I have no poison types other than Beedrill, and Beedrill doesn't fight it. Beedrill would have to be coming in on Guaranteed Psychic, and I don't think anyone baits that. Unless I just... No, but the moment it uses the Fairy Gem, it's bad. If I baited Flamethrower, I could go through Golisopod and then get the in. That's something. But baiting a flamethrower out of this is hard. Because again, the moment Venusaur comes in, who's the fastest thing on the field, I have to use Dragonite, and that means I always bait in Slurpuff. If I get Venusaur second, then I go D-Knight. I think there was some line that had this. I can have D-Knight take 2 of these and get low enough for Talonflame. That was like the normal Galvantula line. I'm pretty sure. With Blaziken. Yeah, that was like this setup. I get Galvantula in on Solar Beam, fast KO. Wait, I can't even use Thunder! Oh, this line was cooked from the start. No, this doesn't even fucking work. I can't click Thunder and Sun. How the fuck do I kill this Talonflame? I literally can't kill this thing. I have like 5 Pokemon that outspeed it. Scarf Chomp Rock move. Scarf doesn't outspeed. So, yeah. I agree, though. I was looking at, I think I need a fucking nature change, Garchomp. That is so bad. Can I do it with just a scale? Instead of a nature change? Yeah. Speed scale Garchomp, minus 31 speed. Outspeeds with Scarf. KOs with Rock Tomb. Another way to do this, I believe, would be, and I think this might be higher value, is Hawlucha Encore scale. It can Encore Solar Beam, and then Rock Tomb twice. And it outspeeds with Unburden. And then I think it probably gets just fucking random move Slurpuff after, because it outspeeds Venusaur. Yeah, that's maybe something. Okay. Let's make Hawlucha 91 with Rock Tomb in the calc. Because of course it doesn't naturally outspeed. I don't think it can ever. Yeah, I can never naturally outspeed this Talonflame. Even if it was speed scaled. It's just too fast. Even if it was Jolly, I don't think you outspeed. Yeah, no. Okay, so Hawlucha can Encore when it unburdens. With like free sleep Chesto. It then Rock Tombs twice. It encores and it rock tombs twice. Then I mean, it gets down to like 10%. Or no, it gets down to... No, yeah, it takes like 3 solar beams. Entry, encore, rock tomb once. Oh my god, that's so bad. It literally gets down to like 10%, and then it's just triple random move. And if Gudra gets psychic dropped, it's really bad. Maybe it's... No, it's pretty fucking bad. Is it? I think you always live. You just bait awful move Venusaur after. Because it's like... You ever take Gleam and then Flamethrower and you're 18% toxic. Or you take like 7%, and then you're -1 Spadef. 51. You always end at like 30%, roughly. I think you always bait in Venusaur, no matter the combo. Because it's either D-Gleam into Flamethrower, D-Gleam into D-Gleam, or Flamethrower D-Gleam or Psychic D-Gleam. Those are the only possible move combinations. I think Gudra baits Earth Power Weather Ball. D-Knight can switch on that. Eat 2, and then it's double random move Electivire. This is still not manageable though. And who is gonna kill him? The only like real option is Beedrill, but Beedrill has the problem of not actually killing this after a Life Orb tick. Because this drops to like 236. So that's 14 out of 16 rolls. If you miss it, you just lose your Beedrill. And you only get Beedrill in if you sack Avalugg. I guess Dragonite could be Assault Vest. Making its potential damage only 55%. So 45 HP. That's still just Wild Charger Ice Punch. I mean, Mamoswine can take that. And with Scarf, Oko. But then it's Slowbro in for always Grass Knot. 69%. Can't get frozen. Yeah, that's guaranteed Grass Knot, Slowking. This could be a Sack Mamo fight with Halucha Encore Scale, I think. Because you just, it's Slowking last, Earthquake, then... Earthquake does 46%, and then you just have someone else finish it. Do the other 54. I don't know who that would be. It's no one, actually. Is it Torrent Flare Blitz? Yeah, it's Torrent Flare Blitz. So Blaziken would be finishing the fight, and it doesn't die to that recoil. I'm pretty sure that strat works. It's like Assault Vest D-Knight, Choice Scarf Mamo, Sack Mamo to Slowbro or Slowking. Avalug gets to live. It could also be instead of Sack Man. No, you need the damage though, so it can't be Sack Avalug. It has to be Mamo doing damage before going down. Because Gudra is too hurt from Slurpuff. And Halucha could be crazy hurt, so you can't Encore. Well, maybe there is an Encore angle. It doesn't do anything. If Halucha is healthy, which is really hard, but it could only be at like 55% instead of, 10. Or like 44%. It can take some Grass Knots. It can Encore. Because it's guaranteed Grass Knot on Mamo. And then it can do some acrobatics. It depends. It really depends on its HP and if the Grass Knot's crit. But then it can Encore again. Or like pivot on the final Grass Knot and then go to Blaziken. And maybe Blaziken Overheat can kill. So it could be Sackless. Wait, no. I need Choice Scarf Blaziken. Oh, I forgot about that. I can't do Assault Vest D-Knight. No Assault Vest D-Knight means I end at like 19%, which could be Weather Ball. And then I can't get Mamo in. That would be Sack Avalug. But, like, D-Knight's HP is so extremely variable. D-Knight could be at... D-Knight could literally end the interaction at full. Because it could get Earth Power on entry, and then Growth. Because it doesn't see I can kill it because of Focus Sash. The Gudra thing is also really variable. I'd have to go through all the scenarios and see what HP I can be at to make sure I even bait out Venusaur with all them. And this only works assuming... This only even works assuming I don't get triple crit, or even double crit by Talonflame on Halucha. I wonder if I have a better Mon than Avalugg to eat Flare Blitz Acro and bait Solar Beam, but not really. It's just unfortunate that I don't have a ground type that can fast KO Overquill and then bait Solar Beam after. It really feels like Seismitoad should be able to do it, but it just doesn't. It doesn't get there by a couple percent. Maybe if Togue gets a damage boost? Bro, what if I use normal gem Togue here? Seismitoad would need Golisopod though, so that doesn't even really work. I can't afford Golisopod here. Yeah, because if Seismitoad takes a Throat Chop, then it just baits Acro. It baits all three, actually. This doesn't even work. Or it would be eating a Flare Blitz, right? No, it would be eating a Throat Chop, yeah. I just can never let a hazard up. There's... is there a Donphan angle? Surely not. Donphan lead? Where is Donphan? Oh, there he is. Just spam Rapid Spin until you're able to kill with EQ, but you're intimed. And it takes a lot of Rapid Spins to outspeed this guy. It takes 3 Rapid Spins. And even if it's Soft Sand, you don't kill after 3 Rapid Spins plus Soft Sand EQ. Muscle Band? Surely not. It would genuinely need to be White Herb. To ignore the Intim. But you still need the 3 Rapid Spins. And if you have White Herb, you don't have a citrus, and then if you get boomed on, you're just triple random and you have to sack Donphan. Um... White Herb plus Donphan sack. I don't think that's great. I think this fight does work though. The other one I had with Blaziken Avalug. Man, if I still had Dreadnought or Caracosta, oh my god. Well, maybe not. I don't know how helpful that would actually be. Like, Dreadnought probably can't take the Solar Beam after, even. Caracosta would be risking crit. I don't know that it would do too much, actually. I need Avalug to be, like, Citrus. In case of Burn plus Flare Blitz crit. Yeah, I'm not gonna run this fight. I'll sit on it. I'm just getting crazy walled by it. I know I've only looked at it for like the day, and I might be able to find something. But the opener is just so insanely restrictive. I've got like 5 Pokemon that outspeed. None of them kill. So it's like, do I just deal with a hazard the whole fight? Is that better than... Like, would dealing with a hazard the entire fight just be better than having a weird pivot lineup for Talonflame? There's a decent chance for this to be deathless. D-Knight not being able to be Assault Vest definitely hurts. But it can also be Citrus. So, like, I get down to 19%, yeah. But if I'm Citrus, that's 44. I get out of Weather Ball range with the Citrus. It's actually not as bad as I originally thought. I could technically leave Mamoswine at the level it's at, but that's not really worth it. I would rather go ahead and level it up. Unless leveling it up... No, yeah, because if I'm untouched, it would always be Grass Knot. And if I'm crit by Ice Punch, I only go down to 69, and that's only still Grass Knot. Oh, it's probably alright. Because I guarantee Grass Knot... If Hawlucha's too low, then I have to Earthquake and sack Mamo and then finish with Blaziken. And Blaziken Flare Blitz does it. If Hawlucha didn't get, like, triple crit or even double crit by the solar beams. Like, as long as it's above, like, half health, which is pretty reasonable. It can come in Encore. What is Encore PP? That shouldn't matter too much here. 5? I only need the 1 on Talonflame. So I just Encore and then Rock Tomb twice. So it dies before Encore ends. This might be a bit more awkward, and I need Rock Tomb, so I can't be like T-Punch or something. So my damage is just Acro. Which is still fine. But after 2 Acros, so I could like Encore Acro twice, Encore, and then go Blaziken. I think Blaziken would be able to take... it depends how much damage. You do 70%, so you could just overheat. It would work. Because you just live the crit Grass Knot. Still, even when in Blaze, and then just overheat instead of Flare Blitz. Or go like D-Knight. That works too. I could... Is there a flex move I could teach D-Knight to maybe help out here? Yeah, Thunder Punch is a little better. It's also Outrage Goodra. That one isn't as helpful. I'm gonna be pre-toxed. So like T-Punch D-Knight is better backup. Doing 50%. Because then I think that always kills. No, it wouldn't always kill. 54. If I'm sacking Mamo, then I safely go Blaziken. And Blaziken and Torrent does 56. Making up for Mamo's missed damage. Yeah. So I basically sack Mamo if Halucha is looking like it's too low to be able to take like 3 Grass Knots. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to send this fight. I'm gonna recheck it. I'll write it down. I just don't feel like crazy confident in it. I need to check the Goodra stuff. But I think if the Goodra stuff works, I then need to just like allocate the lines that I need. Understand when I need to sack Mamoswine. Like, kind of roughly, you know, what HP does Halucha need to have left so that way it can take entry Grass Knot, Encore Grass Knot, and then like 2 more Grass Knots, so that way it acrobatics twice. And then it kind of needs to take another Grass Knot to Encore again. It needs to take 5 Grass Knots. Dude, that's like 45%, just even without crits. And it has no item. Oh, fuck. I don't love that. But, like, there's obviously some risk assessment, you know, like, if I'm at... No, that's kind of just bad anyways. That's just bad regardless. Is there another move I could teach Halucha? I'd be getting rid of... Because I need Rock Tomb. Can you give it T-Punch? Does T-Punch... There's no shot T-Punch 2 taps. No, yeah, it doesn't come close. Because this Pokemon sucks. Also, I would be risking Flame Body if I T-Punched. But T-Punch doesn't even do more damage than Acro, so it doesn't help. X-Scissor probably does the same amount. Because Acro is like... It's like 165 base power, right? So yeah, X-Scissor wouldn't even be enough. The other move to teach Halucha would be Roost. I kind of hate. I'd be dropping close combat for Roost. Be like Acro, Roost, Encore, Flex slot. Not great. Takes so much from Grass Knot. Wonder if I could just set up kill for something else after the first Rock Tomb. I mean, it could crit and I just kill. But if this guy's -1 speed off the Rock Tomb and still locked into Solar Beam for a turn, none of my squad outspeeds it, and Mamo can't take the Solar Beam. I guess Scarf Blaziken would outspeed it. Maybe that's a thing. Only take, you still take... Wait, no, yeah, you still take 3. You always take 3 Solar Beams. Oh my god. It's so bad. No matter what, Halucha takes 3 Solar Beams. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I like this line less and less now. It's just so risky on Halucha, and I don't know if it even really gets the job done. I was checking if there was anyone I recognized playing Run and Bun. Not that I recognize. Deflexi's, but they're doing like New Game Plus or something. Okay. Anyways, goodbye, good night. I probably won't stream again until I figure out the rest of Erratic Weather, and then have like a good plan for catches and roamers and stuff, which could be a big day. You know, getting a roamer could be awesome. But the fights that are left, there's like 4 fights left. They're all really, really hard. Some of the hardest in the game, and I mean, I'm pretty stuck on this one, and this one is not considered up there, so... Anyways, good night.